All right, so I just finished making the video talking about this guy right here, the pomelo. Good Lord, that was a mess. So you can expect that one to hit the channel very soon, but it is going to take a little bit of cutting and stuff to make it watchable. With that said, though, this video, it's not really Bionicle related. I did make another mock just a handful of minutes ago, so I made two today. But also, this was just something that came up out of the blue. So I don't know what I was scrolling through, if it was like Instagram or something like that, but I saw that somebody had shared this post from the Wall Street Journal. I don't really read any of this stuff, so like, I didn't know. But I saw the headline on it, and I was like, that's so goofy. I don't know if you know like anything about me. I've talked a little bit on the Discord channel about sort of like my beliefs in general. But also something you may not know about me is that when I was in high school, I actually lived with my sister because she lived right down the road from the high school. So it made getting there and back obviously a lot easier. And while I was there, I did a lot of the laundry. It was kind of like my chore, right? And so this was 14 years ago or something. Crazy to think how fast time goes. But because I did the laundry, I was very familiar with like what different products that she used. This was around the same time too, back in like 2010 or so, where like scent beads started becoming a thing, right? Like I'm sure that they existed before this, but I at least didn't know of them until she started buying them for herself. And something that I noticed was right around the same time, because we also used fabric softener in the laundry. The fabric softener started doing a worse job of actually like making the laundry smell good. Because before we started using scent beads and stuff, when we pulled the laundry out, if we used fabric softener, it smelled really nice, right? And that's pretty obvious. It's like it hits you in the face as soon as you open the dryer. But I figured obviously this is something that they're trying to do because like fabric softener at least served a purpose. Obviously a lot of this technology has advanced in the past, handful of decades. So is it as useful now? Probably, yeah, absolutely. But is it necessary? No, and I rarely use it. But what I did notice was that as the scent started to go away, these scent beads, their only job was to give scent to the clothing that you were pulling out of the dryer. And so I realized that like, well, the stuff we were using before did give us scent until this product hit the shelf, and then it stopped. It felt like, okay, this is 3, maybe 4 different items we have to buy to do laundry. And laundry is a consumable service, if nothing else, right? Everything that goes into laundry besides the clothing itself gets used up in that load of laundry. So it just felt to me like it's a marketing strategy. More and more products that you have to consume is more and more products that you have to replenish, right? Well, anyway, as somebody who still does the laundry here, I don't use fabric softener very much. And though occasionally we used to use the scent beads, I noticed even those weren't really leaving a whole lot of scent behind anymore. And now part of the reason for this, first of all, this is obviously a different washer and dryer than what I used 14 years ago or whatever, but also, these essentially what gives the smell to your laundry are volatile oils and other compounds as well that don't always hold up to heat or hold up to a lot of water going through it, right? And so it depends on the cycle that you're doing it. There's a lot of variables. Suffice to say though, even like when I gave it the most benefit of the doubt, even when I gave it as much just in its favor as possible, turn the settings on cold, did small loads, overfilled, underfilled scent beads just to try it out. Because like I said, we weren't using them. We got them as, I don't know, like a housewarming gift or something. Anyway, point being, we did that. And yeah, it just didn't really do anything. So we stopped buying them. Also, there are other problems with scent beads in general, like microplastics, whatever. Think of that what you will. That's not even the point of this. But the point of this video was the framing of this, right? Because it reads that millennials are fine without fabric softener, P&G, Procter & Gamble, right? Looks to fix that. Fix what? It isn't broken. Here's the thing. As I mentioned, technology has improved. Washers and dryers are much more efficient than they used to be. They're much better than they used to be. Oftentimes, you don't even have to worry, in many cases, about like mixing darks and lights and mixing whatever, right? We have bleaches that can still leave colored clothes colored, but take stains and things out, whatever, right? And I'm not an expert at any of this stuff. I know that there are industries built around this, but the point I'm trying to get at is that like something isn't broken here. Just because we're buying less products isn't bad for us, but it is bad for these companies of course. They make their money by you buying their consumables. So if you're buying less of their consumables, they have a problem with that. And so it just got me because I saw this, and the mentality of this is that this is essentially an advertisement for Procter & Gamble, for their laundry softener, whatever. You know, running through something like the Wall Street Journal, which I may not read, but many people do, you know. So what's the point here? There's a lot that you can take, I think, just from this headline alone that you could apply to a lot of different stories that you may see. And of course, a lot of different advertisements and advertising tactics. Everybody probably knows about the whole like razor, you know, problem. I don't, apparently, because I can't frame it correctly. But, you know, you buy the razor once, you need to buy the cartridges forever. You buy the game system once, but you have to buy the games, which, yeah, with certain things, it makes sense. Maybe not so much the razors, but with other things like this, it feels like more and more and more and more stuff is being made to populate shelves to make you feel like you should buy when it's not always necessary. But you start to buy it out of habit and then you just never stop. That's what I've come to realize. And a lot of companies really depend on this kind of stuff, but at the end of the day, a company like Procter & Gamble and many of the companies that make, you know, all of the laundry products that you'll go and see in stores are massive companies, often headed by even larger companies. And so they don't need the product to be on the shelves, but they do want the product to be on the shelves, especially if it's something that you don't need, but they can convince you that you need to replenish it anyway. So, silly video, I know, but I had to get it out there because, like, I don't know, there's something that gets me. I feel like maybe it's counterintuitive for me to have a business administration degree because, like, I morally don't feel like a business person, you know? I always see these shady practices, I see these manipulative marketing tactics, and people of a certain mindset want to see these as, oh man, I wish I had jumped on that. And I look at it like, no, guys, what are you, like, stop. What are we doing here? All I want is to just share this world with people that can hopefully enjoy it for the same reasons that I do. But even if they don't enjoy and find beauty in life in places that I have yet to experience, and hopefully they can teach me something as much as I can teach them. So that's pretty much it for this one, guys. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I know this one's definitely out of left field, but I've been kind of trying to experiment with some of this stuff because I have a brain that always goes, so why not talk about things that irritate me or interest me? If you want to join the conversation, if you want to share your thoughts on this or some things that you've seen like this business practice or like this advertising campaign, let me know that in the comments, or we can take the conversation further over on Discord, Instagram, and Patreon if you want to help support the channel and get some perks. And if I didn't say it already because my mind is Swiss cheese, like and subscribe really helps out the channel. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.